Yes, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? It is good afternoon from the UK. Is it good afternoon still in Spain?
Yes,
Good
yes, yes.
afternoon in Spain, just. How are you all doing? It's Thursday. Welcome to episode 35 of Let's Talk Digital. And those that have been following, I know that we haven't done this for a long time. So I've resuscitated it and I never disappoint because I have just got such an amazing guest, which I will let her introduce herself in a minute. But just for those who it's your first time watching us because it's streaming on both of our pages, I'll firstly introduce myself. My name is Amma. I am based in the UK. I'm a mum to a super fabulous young man. I've worked in corporate positions for over 30 years and I'm now a digital mentor and business owner. I had to think then. Every year I get younger, I get this brain freeze as I'm talking. Um, how are you all doing? Do let us know where you are watching us from, who you are, so that we can just show our love and appreciation by giving you a very big shout out. I'm going to let my amazing business partner, all the way from Spain, introduce herself.
Hello, I am Natasha. I am based in Spain, but I'm originally from the Netherlands. I am a mom also to one grown-up teenager, one 17-year-old teenager. I work as a emergency telephone operator, and I'm also, just like Amma, a digital business owner and mentor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is it doing over there in, I always like to say sunny Spain.
Yes. Well, it's been sunny again, but we've had some cold weeks. I mean, we've even had a bit of snow in this area, which is really unusual. So
Oh,
it's but yeah, it didn't last. So we've had about a week that was really cold, and now it's back to the normal temperatures, which is for us during the day between 14 and 16 degrees. So that's
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 our
nice.
spring, and that's our spring. So you are so lucky. It's been pouring. It's mild, but still pouring. 9 is mild for us, but still
Mm.
pouring. But yes, but thank you for accepting my invitation. I really appreciate it. And when you said yes, I was like, yes, they are in for a treat because you are such an amazing lady. I mean, just tell the
Oh,
viewers a
oh.
little bit about yourself.
Oh my gosh. Well, I joined this business, oh my gosh, it's going to be 7 years. This May. Yeah, this May, it's going to be 7 years already. And I practically joined because I had lost my job prior to me starting to this business. And I didn't want to go back the traditional way because I knew that if I had to start with a new job, I'd had to start from scratch, and hours is difficult to combine with my kids and things like that. So, I just the thought of me going back to a traditional job was just freaking me freaking me out. And I looked for some courses to do because I was thinking of doing a career change or do something else, but I just didn't know what. And yeah, one day an ad popped up on my feed that led me here, and here I am, nearly 7 years later. And it's been quite a journey. Oh my gosh, lots has happened,
Yeah,
and I've
yes.
learned a lot, and not just in the business that I've learned a lot, but in personal life, things have happened, and oh my gosh, you just yeah, you just learn and grow. Because if I never knew I needed, for example, a backup plan. I had to find out when I already lost my job. Now I would do things differently.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
We're not taught. We're never
Mm.
taught when we're going through the education system when we're growing up about finances in terms of don't just have one stream of income, have a
Yeah,
backup plan
yeah,
because
we don't learn
life
those
is
things,
not a
no.
straight, yep, life is not a straight path. We're always kind of, what I believe anyway, that we are taught just to go and work for someone else. When we go through
Yeah,
the system, it's
yeah.
always about getting yourself a good qualification so that
Mm,
you can go and work for someone else. It's
yeah.
never about, what is it that you want to do, be an entrepreneur, have a backup plan. Life is a journey and we never stop learning, because you were saying that it's been, well, it has been a bit of a roller coaster for you. And I really, really admire you. For me, one of the things was, I think I'd got to the stage, I was burnt out. Like I said, like you, I'm a mum and I'm a lone parent. So everything is on my shoulder. And I was just going through that hamster wheel, missing time with my son. I was so down. I was always tired. I was actually burnt out, but I felt I had no choice and to continue. And I got to that stage where my health just took a toll. Ended up in hospital because I was so stressed and burnt out. And the funny thing was that even going through all of that, I went back to work, not because I am a sucker for stress and pain. It's just what other option did I have? Exactly. You know, that's what we kind of do. But I know that with you, like you mentioned, they said bye to you. And that's when it was like, I need to have
it was like all in. I did everything the other way around.
And a lot of people actually go through that. We seem to think, I mean, a job for life is not guaranteed anymore.
No,
even tell me about it. You have to think about.
I was one of those people that, I have a job, I can pay my bills, and it's fine. You know, I was used to living that way. I didn't really need more. I was just comfortable. Now I realize that, oh my gosh, I would have been like that till I retired. Just. The same old thing, day in, day out, paying bills and starting all over again the next month, because that was practically it.
Because we sort of think that's like, well, we're also, it's ingrained into us that will be secure, and it's not. And before we keep going, we've got the wonderful Pillar watching, and she's saying she's watching from Sussex, so she's in my part of the world. And Amma and Natasha, interesting topic. Thank you for your love and support and letting us know where you're watching from, Pillar. This is another amazing lady in the business community. But I mentioned, obviously, I became burnt out, but your journey has been a bit of a roller coaster in terms of health as well. So it just
oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, I can laugh about it now, but I've had a hard, the last 3-4 years have been really hard on a personal level, and like you said, health wise. I mean, I started without a job, and this became my plan A back then. And it was about a year after that my husband lost his job. And he had health problems also, so he went. He has how do you call it? He has an illness that won't go away. How do you say that? He's got a
chronic, lifelong.
Yeah, chronic. That was the word I was looking for. A chronic illness that that doesn't allow him to go back to work anymore. He's fine. He can go on with his normal life, but he's not allowed to work. So that left him into early pension. And that meant earning less and me without a job. Then I became sick 3 years ago. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Thankfully, I survived. Everything is okay now. And 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer again, cervical cancer. So it was hard, but the fact that I didn't have to think about my financial area and just concentrate on me. That was a big help.
Yeah.
Because I went back to work just before I was a few months before I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, because I went back to work, because that's another story, because my kids are older now, they do their own thing. My husband had to go abroad, so I was just from a busy mom, I came to be alone, and it was like,
just rattling around. What's happening?
I just didn't know what to
Transition.
do with myself. I just didn't know what to do with myself. So I just, to fill up the time, I went back to full-time work. But when I became sick and I had to go through surgery and everything, I was sick leave, of course. I was, I think it was 3 months that 3 months that I took off. But you don't get paid fully those 3 months. So, so those things just put you thinking that you always need something to back you up, or an extra income stream to, to do those.
I agree, and as things happen, I'm not talking about illness, but I'm talking about in terms of when you initially were made redundant. Because imagine if you'd been in that position and then you fell ill, the stress and not able to focus on your own health and getting better, because like you said, when you're off, you don't get paid. You've been in the business for a while. Would you say that you encountered any kind of challenges, or would you say, what was one of the things that excited you or interested you about this? Because a lot of people, when they hear about online, they run now. And I know more so now because of AI and people are discerning what is real and what is not. But what grabbed you about starting this business?
I think now it's because there's too much out there. You just don't know what to choose from if you're interested in something. Me back then, I just didn't know anything about it. This was the first thing I looked into, and I just watched the free presentation, and it took me about 2 weeks. I just it just felt right. I just knew I had to do this. I just knew I had to take that next step to find out what it was all about, because otherwise I would stay thinking the rest of my life, what if, and I just couldn't live with that. So I had to take a look at it. And what made me finally decide was the fact that I didn't have to do any selling, because I know there are things like makeup and things like that, and I'm just not the type that wants to sell any products.
Neither am I.
Yeah, and selling a mascara and a lipstick, how many do you need to sell to make a comfortable living? I wanted something to replace my, at least an income, and not just earn 10 euros here and there, and no. So that was actually the reason I took the next step. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of similar. I don't like sales. I don't like chasing people, and I especially, family and friends, and that's what really sold it for me. Like, there's no chasing. I'm thinking, thank goodness for that. Yeah. And even when I decided that I was going to move forward, I don't know about you if this is the same, that I fully appreciated what you had with this business package.
Exactly.
The training.
Don't know in the beginning, you just don't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had to learn also. Now we speak proudly of our businesses. Now we, even if somebody asks, you just explain. But in the beginning, it was like, I'm not going to explain. It was too difficult. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, about
it's attraction marketing.
I just didn't get it.
Marketing it in the same way, and still people are like, well, what is it? And you're thinking, well, that's what the free webinar is for.
Exactly.
And then the next steps. But I was like, I didn't fully understand until I finally dived in about the support. And when I'm talking about support, I'm not talking about just a global community, but the training is first class. The training is so extensive. The masterminds that we have is just amazing. And these are from people who are earning like 5, 6, 7 figures, and they're coming to impart their knowledge on us. It's always been updated, learning about new systems. I know that there's people watching who may have thought, what is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. But when it hit the world like it has now, we had already been training in that, like last year towards the end of 2023. So it wasn't even anything that was new to us. So we're always ahead. So for me, that was one of the things that I felt really grateful for, the flexibility as well. But what I want to ask, the last question that I want to ask, that I'm so mindful of time, is what would you say to somebody who is similar to the old you and myself, feeling chained, doing that job, on that vicious hamster wheel of a grind, stressed, tired, fed up, but they're scared to take that next step?
Well, that's actually my God. That was actually my live of this morning. It was about that topic. You know, nothing changes if nothing changes. I mean, it's really simple, guys. I mean, you can think about it, and you can you might have your doubts, but and this and that and excuses. But in the end, guys, you just if you want something different, you just have to do something different. You have to act. You know, you can't just be, oh, what if this and what if that and what if I'm ready, and I mean, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's just a waste of time. And we know time just flies past. We're halfway January already. Oh my gosh. I
know.
I can just remember putting the Christmas tree up yesterday, you know. And before you know it, the older you get, the faster the time goes.
Yes. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. Exactly. So, guys, if you're interested, I mean, there are no shortcuts. We had to do the necessary steps. Also, we started from scratch by watching the webinar and then and just following the steps that are indicated. And there are no shortcuts. So, I mean, go for it. And here you have nothing to lose anyway. So, I mean. Yeah, I mean, we have a refund. We have a refund option, a 30-day refund option. So, you know, you have nothing to lose. So, yeah.
I totally agree. Nothing to lose, but what you said at the beginning, nothing changes.
At least you gain some information. If you don't decide eventually, if you don't want to join, no worries. We won't bother you again, and at least you've got some information on how the internet and how digital marketing works. Because not all systems are the same.
It's better than the what if, you know, sitting there thinking what if. And anyone who's wondering what we're talking about, and we're actually talking about the complimentary webinar that's available to watch to find out more about this business model, about attraction marketing in itself. It's complimentary, like I said. You can go to the top of our pages, because this live is streaming on both our pages. You will see our website there. You just click, you register with your name and your email, and you'll be sent an invite to attend one of the lives. And you'll also be sent a replay. Now, after watching that and you decide that, yes, this is something that you want to explore further, there is a one-off fee of $149, but it's fully refundable within 30 days. What happens is that you get all the information about the business in itself. You get all the information about how you can earn. You get all the information about the different startup costs, as well as if you decide that, yes, you're going to do it, you can have a strategy call with a coach, and you will have your business tools there. You'll have your website built for you. There's extensive first-class training. There's a global community, so you're never alone. So those are the steps. Now, before we go, we have, because there's quite a few people watching. Yes, the lovely Tina watching us from the UK. Hey, Tina, how are you doing? Thank you for your love and support. Yeah, so really that is it. I just want to say thank you everyone for showing your love and support to us. If you have any questions about the webinar or just you want to have a general chat, you can reach out to either Natasha or I. I know that people resonate with people that they feel comfortable with. So whoever you feel comfortable with and you want to have a chat, reach out to us. We are going to love you and leave you. Take care for now. Have a fabulous rest of the day. If you're in the same time zone as us, if you're ahead and you're actually coming to the night, have a blessed night. If your day is only starting because you're in another day or the morning has just begun, have a wonderful morning. And we will speak to you soon. Take care for now. Bye.
Bye.